The story of Jack the Ripper is one of the most enduring and chilling unsolved mysteries in the annals of crime. The unidentified serial killer terrorized the Whitechapel district of London in the late 19th century, leaving a trail of gruesome murders and a legacy of intrigue that still captivates people to this day. The reign of terror, attributed to Jack the Ripper, began in the summer and fall of 1888. The impoverished and overcrowded East End of London was already a hotbed of crime and poverty, and the appearance of a brutal serial killer only heightened the sense of fear and unease in the area. Jack the Ripper is believed to be responsible for at least 5 gruesome murders, although some sources suggest there may have been more victims. The victims, often referred to as the canonical 5, were prostitutes, which made them vulnerable targets in the seedy underbelly of Victorian London. The first victim, Mary Ann Nichols, was found dead in the early hours of August 31st, 1888, with her throat slashed and her body mutilated. The brutality of the attack shocked the community and the police, who were ill-equipped to deal with such a heinous and elusive killer. Over the course of the following months, 4 more women would meet a similarly gruesome fate. Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly were all brutally murdered in a manner that suggested a deranged and methodical killer. What set Jack the Ripper apart from other killers of the time was his signature. He would mutilate the bodies of his victims, often removing organs or leaving them in a grotesque state. These mutilations, combined with the brutal slayings and the apparent lack of a clear motive, baffled investigators and terrified the public. The police, led by Inspector Frederick Aberline, launched an extensive investigation into the killings, but they faced numerous challenges. Forensic science was in its infancy, and the crime scenes were often contaminated before evidence could be collected. Additionally, the killer left behind few clues, and many potential suspects emerged, but none were definitively linked to the crimes. The case of Jack the Ripper became a sensation in the press, with newspapers publishing sensationalized stories and letters purportedly from the killer himself. One of the most famous of these letters, known as the From Hell letter, contained a preserved human kidney and added to the macabre legend of Jack the Ripper. Despite the efforts of the police and the intense public interest, the identity of Jack the Ripper remains a mystery. Over the years, countless theories and suspects have been proposed, ranging from ordinary citizens to members of the royal family. However, none of these theories have been definitively proven, and the true identity of the killer remains elusive. The legend of Jack the Ripper has left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring countless books, movies, and television shows. Tours of Whitechapel and the locations of the murders continue to attract tourists and amateur sleuths hoping to crack the case. In conclusion, the story of Jack the Ripper is a chilling tale of a serial killer who operated in the shadows of Victorian London, leaving a legacy of unsolved horror and mystery. The gruesome nature of the crimes, the killer's elusiveness, and the lack of a definitive solution continue to captivate the imagination and fuel speculation to this day, making Jack the Ripper one of the most enduring and enigmatic figures in the history of crime.